Good morning. Good morning. What's
Spam,
up? What's happening?
he had the PFP of Levi just before.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the main account, so it's usually just Levi's PSP. Let me put the chain on. Oh. All right, all right. Welcome back to a little bit of trenches with Joe. It's only going to be me and Nasta today, so we can share all the real alpha and unhinged opinions.
So today we're gonna skip the market analysis since we are not that our brain is not big enough to analyze the market. It's mainly Fish and Levi on this side. Should we get started?
Yeah, let's get after it.
I'm gonna share my screen now. Can you see it?
Yeah, there we go. It's all set.
Yeah, so our trenches have been cooking during the past few days. So we've seen Heidi going up, Cat going up. We've seen the Italian brand rot coming on Avalanche finally. We've started with Italian brand rot on Solana, and now it's coming on Avalanche. So we're going to go through all the coins from the past few days, the ones that has been running, the one that has been dying a bit. And you can start with Cat. I was looking at the weekly chart earlier today, and I mean, rarely seen something like that. We've been going down like for a few weeks. We've been touching like 100 million like three times, and then after Trump stopped the tariffs mess, we started going up again and breaking 80H with 80H. So last night I think we broke the 80H again. It's hard to see where we'll stop because right now we don't have any support, so we are in exploration mode. So maybe we'll go visit 700 million, or but we still need to stay above 600 million. This is a new price that we are visiting right now, and people are selling a lot when we are going just above this price. Um, but yeah, the chart is literally amazing. Um, so I hope nobody's sidelined on Get. I don't know if it's a good idea to enter now since we might what will be the best expectation for Ket? The dream would be to go like to 1 billion market cap, but from now it's less than X2. So is it forced to take the risk? I don't know. Maybe try to enter if we visit again the lowest level, like around 50 million, something or something. But I would only enter on Ket with size. Like whenever I'm trading Ket, I'm doing it with size because I know that I can only take like 10 to 20% for a trade. So if we go to Arena Trenches now, we've seen we've seen a lot of new tokens popping. I mean the OG one ID is still doing quite well. We visited like 100 million market cap. When was it, like 2 days ago? The price has been bleeding a bit, but I think as the OG coin of the arena, it's worth the bid. Like we are entering interesting level to buy. Like we've seen a big pump around 30 millions here. We've seen a bounce here at 30 millions. So we are at this level right now. I might look for an entry now, uh, since we might go a little bit lower, but I think I'm going to enter now. Uh, and we might revisit again 50 million market cap for ID. So that will be my plan. I'm often doing some daily trades on ID. I took one yesterday. It wasn't very successful, so I had to cut my loss. But I might look to enter again very soon, very shortly, and to sell around 50 million or maybe a little bit higher if we are pushing a bit higher. Um, But what has been more interesting since yesterday and since our last stream was Gemini. Uh, it has been there like for a long time, and I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter spam, but they have been doing a lot of fun videos. Like,
Oh, this is kind of just like a disturbing version of brain rot.
yeah,
I wonder,
yeah,
I wonder what engine this is on. Because there's a like VO3. I don't know if that's the Google AI or not, but I know the Google AI has been talked about a lot of making like some actual really good videos. I know with AI that's just been like a big problem. Is like the image generation is good, but then when you go to videos, it just gets super fucked up.
yeah. I don't know what they are using, but they are making a lot of fun videos about the ecosystem as a whole. And yeah, it's inspired by the Italian brand that we've seen everywhere, finally stepping foot on Avalanche. And this one has been here like for 2 weeks, I would say. Oh no, it's from yesterday. Because we had another Italian brand token that was on Avalanche, and it was a bit the same, but didn't really worked. But this one like went live yesterday and has been skyrocketing since then. Like I trade I entered the token around 1 million market cap and sold like for X2 maximum, and then I've seen it like going up and up, breaking ATH in ATH over and over again. So even the pump of today, like the token was at 5 million market cap, and now it's still around 10 million market cap. And even during the night, you could easily take like an easy X3, like we visited again, like 3 million market cap. Uh,
What was the market cap at? Let's see, what's this time? 2 p.m. UTC yesterday.
um, at 2 p.m. it was, yeah, it was 2 million maximum, 2 to
Damn, yeah.
3
So
million market cap.
that's like over a 4x when we tweeted it off the LFJ account. So if you saw that and trailed that, you'd be up pretty nicely right now.
Yeah, and I've seen many people in the LFJG Discord talking about M&A, so I think we don't have a lot of sideline people from our community, so it's great to see. Uh, I think they airdropped a lot of the supply to ID holders. I think so to people like burning ID, they receive airdrop in return, and I've seen many people making bank just with that. And of course, when you have one brain rot working, you have second one coming. So we've seen Luigi coming today. Uh, it's still very low market cap, like 130K. So it's a risky move to enter those token right now, but they could be runners if they are following M&A vibe. Uh, like this one was like born 6 hours ago. Uh, I might spend some AVAX here, not a lot, since they are just copying a bit what's happening, Emini has been doing. So they might be worth a try to take a bit bet on Avalanche, but I would not recommend putting size on them since they can die pretty fast. And let's look at the Twitter account. Yeah, you can see the difference between the OG one, like with a lot of effort in the videos, and the older ones, just 3D generated avatar, but nothing much. That's why I'm not very
Not many
confident in.
tweets.
Yeah, not retweet and not really any effort in the brain rot videos. So that's why I'm not very confident in buying them. And the other one is Louis Domini, so based on Dominic Carbonara. Uh, this one hasn't been doing very well. Uh, it's down only since it hit like 150K market cap. And even the avatar it's Ghibli style and not and not Bernard style. So
Yeah, the first one we showed is definitely the best one of the like kind of three derivatives, three of the same meme.
yeah, and I don't know if it's interesting to enter right now since we just seen a crazy pump like since like in 4 hours went from 5 million to 9 million market cap. So I will wait for some people to offload their bag before entering again. But I might be wrong. The price could just skyrocket and left me sidelined. We've seen other token going well on Arena, Turbo Ballistic. We had a crazy pump like yesterday to I don't know what price to be honest, but to 700 K market cap. So now we are divided by sevens in the ATH. Uh, it's hard to tell if it's going to work over or slowly die, but I've seen many people starting to talk about it on the timeline. So if you took it yesterday, congrats. If you want to take it now, good luck. I don't know if it's going to bounce or not, but it's still an interesting level. Like we've seen it hitting that level at first before winning. So might be a bet to enter right now or a bit lower. Or maybe it will just die like many other token. Uh, we've seen Tech as well. Tech has been launched by Vive, Vive, the ambassador of LFG. Um, I still have a bag in the token since I trust Vibe to keep building around it, and he's very active in the arena as well. Um, so the token has been going up to the ATH has been like 600K market cap, so divided by two from that level right now. That could be interesting to enter now or a bit lower. But since I think Vibe wants to like abandon the token and will keep pushing it, it could be a good bet to enter the token. Uh, of course, not of what I'll say are financial advices, but that will be my plans to enter around that level for tech. Uh, we also seen COP, like sideline token, that has been breaking ATH and ATH since yesterday. So it's a token that has been alive for a few days now. I think it was alive like let me check. Yeah, for like 2 weeks.
What a chart.
Yeah, it was very fun. Like the token has been like quiet for a few days, slowly dying, and from nowhere in 2 days, like in 2 days, what's the performance like? Yeah, X17.
Is this
So
somebody just making like fat buys? Can you check the trades that have happened?
um
Maybe filter by like thousands of dollars or something like that.
oh yeah, we have some fat buys on the token. And for Avalanche, those are buys, and especially for the market cap of the token. I've seen many
That's
people talking
crazy.
about it, and they even airdropped a collection that we still need to verify. But I think it was to I don't know what were the terms to receive the NFT, but like 29K wallet received the NFT. I don't know if it was to people that have been buying Arena tokens or and not holding anymore the COP, but I've seen that
Yeah,
here
everyone that's
yesterday.
sold. That'd be a funny prank. Or just everyone active on Avalanche that wasn't buying Cove or active on Arena. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's great to see the trenches on Avalanche alive again. Like we've seen slowly seeing the Solana trenches going a bit quieter these days. And we are always coming after the storm. Like Avalanche is always working like that, having their own pump after everything is just passed on other chains. But it's great. It might be an opportunity for us to onboard more people from other chain and to get more volume and more crazy pumps. I think for Avalanche did everything. We had like Wyoming that has been doing a pump since yesterday, so it's kind of the same as Sunland. sideline, like Cope we've just seen, like slowly dying for a few days and going up just from nowhere. Like it was an easy X2 in few days, but not as crazy as what Cope did. I think I'm done on Avalanche. Don't know if you've seen Blub during the last stream, but they've done a crazy job during the summit. Like Alpha's been distributing a lot of merch, a lot of accessories, including some condoms. So people have been buying again the token, and it's great to see it reviving from the death. Like you could easily take a X3 if you bought before summit, and I think they have Blubzuki coming soon, so you will be able to craft an avatar like with some sort of dressing room to choose your traits based on your Blub holding, I believe, but still be coming shortly. Uh, I think for Avalanche, it's everything for today. I will let you, Spam, share what you have on your side.
Weird. Yeah, no, I'm glad to see the Blob making a comeback, making something happen. Pretty funny that they gave out condoms. I mean, that's we
Still
might need
mine.
to steal that idea. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the usage rate on those condoms is going to be super low, knowing the AVAX community. Um, but yeah, I'll do a little bit of a crypto news segment. So from the last time we had our trenches with Joe on Monday, there's been a couple different notable things that happened. Obviously, on Monday, I think we talked about it a little bit, but the Trump Media Group plans to raise $3 billion to buy different cryptocurrencies, which I mean sounds like a significant number, and probably is depending on where they put it. If it's all into Bitcoin, I mean it's not exactly a crazy amount to raise the market cap, but still crazy that the president himself is kind of going in that direction. Then we also had the stable coin giant Circle. You guys obviously know them from USDC. They're filing an IPO with the New York Stock Exchange. So that should be interesting. I know Coinbase went a similar route. So I think that's probably overall bullish, just because the amount of requirements and like scrutiny when you're a publicly listed company on the New York Stock Exchange. You can kind of put a lot of faith that there's independent auditors and stuff like that that are making sure that they have sufficient reserves, so that we don't get some terrible depeg event. And then the other kind of funny piece of news, obviously everyone remembers the GameStop, pump from during COVID when that was a short squeeze. Obviously Kitty and all those famous people that came out of it. But they just purchased 4.7K Bitcoins, not $4.7 thousand of Bitcoins, 4,710 individual Bitcoins, which is crazy. I mean, from going from almost defunct and, needing to almost declare bankruptcy and getting short squeezed just back into profitability is kind of crazy. And then I guess another thing in the political news is JD Vance called for a market structure bill and for the Trump administration to fire all anti-crypto regulators. So it seems like, at least in the American kind of financial world and political world, crypto is getting a lot of support. So hopefully that correlates with token price going up, which I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, but getting anti-crypto regulators and getting regulators in that support the crypto space and will make good laws and regulations that will propel the space forward, instead of kind of what we've been seeing over the last 5 to 10 years, where it's all negative and drawing back and trying to restrict crypto as an industry. And then I guess the last one that's like not terribly notable, but fairly interesting, is Pakistan is setting up a government-led strategic Bitcoin reserve, which marks another country kind of getting into the crypto space. I mean, that's going to be something that can pump super hard a lot of the tokens that exist just by having a lot of governments putting in money. Obviously, governments have more money than just like common individuals and retail, so they can really make a strong price impact depending on how much capital they choose to allocate to that. But that's all I got for the crypto news. So I think I'll go attempt to um, take a look at some of the Solana Trenches tokens. Here, let me share my screen. Share. So let's see. I had 3 of them that I was looking at and researching last night. I'm scared to honestly click on them to see how they're doing now. See, this one's not doing terribly. This one was a fun meme. Yoke folk kind of came off of like Instagram and TikTok, which is always like something that can be fairly bullish. That this is just like a standalone meme that has then become a cryptocurrency instead of the other way around. So hopefully all the kids start talking about this. Only at like 100K market cap, but I also think this is like kind of just the start of the meme, and it has like a pretty decent community. I mean, we can take a look at what it's looking like on Twitter. So you just, yeah, I mean, a lot of like similar brain rot, like what the fuck's going on. I know this just started from an image that somebody posted where it was just like a double yoke that looked like this, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's a person." And now there's just been a bunch of kind of funny photoshops that have come out of it. A bunch of people like actually changing their PFPs to support it, which I think is further steps than a lot of people end up doing. So yeah, you can see this is like the screenshot of the original TikTok. Pure like brain rot. Zoomer humor. So hopefully this one can end up running. It's kind of just been scattered across. Hard to do TA on a real meme coin chart, but there is obviously always the potential that this a little bit more niche and up and coming meme really hits it large, and the rest of kind of just like zoomers into like millennials and stuff like that really catch on to it and like it. It's a pretty like innocent kind of meme. But the next one I was going to look at, oh shit, I forgot I was not sharing tab properly.
Now we see LFJ.
Okay, good. All right, this one's giving me an error. I don't know why. So we're just going to skip that one for now. I'm going to take a look at up. Okay, so this one actually has started running since I looked at it yesterday, which is very unexpected. I think it's probably around here when I saw it. Yeah, it was around like 200 to 300K market cap. So this one actually really ran, and really just one of those trenches, like just call signs like up, up, up. Decently bullish on just like how the supply is split out. I mean, obviously, there's always the possibility of bundling, but I don't think it's like too severe, especially with like this chart looks pretty healthy and like fairly organic, with a good amount of. We can take a look at some of the buys, but some decent like actual sizable buys coming in and out, which is pretty promising. And the fact that when I looked at this yesterday, it has since gone up instead of dying. I mean, for a meme coin to kind of continue and sustain momentum for almost 24 hours, and kind of have a fairly like upward trending chart, usually pretty bullish for having it stick around. We can give it a little search on X. There we go. And actually, yeah, they're hosting a Spaces right now. 763 people in the community. I think it definitely has like a decent community behind it. Yeah, you have some people sending in some screenshots from back when it was 430K. Oh, and they have a community built road map coming in, which is pretty funny. So yeah, hopefully that's one that can also send. And then I'm gonna look at the screener. Don't know why Ego is not working. Ego is like some weird trade any social media profile that had like an 800K seed round. The coolest thing about it was that they got they like mined a specific token address, so it was ego as like the first three letters of the token address. Always something I find neat. Always like that about the Pump Fund has that, and some of the other like Bonk Bot or Bonk Launchpad and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing's really intriguing me here. So I think I'll start talking about a little Hyperliquid Alpha. Okay, I did realize I did not switch screens. I got to get better at that. But I know a lot of people are interested in Hyperliquid. I know it's like a big thing of trying to farm that now. So let me give a little bit of alpha here. On how you can, potentially make, $5,000 to $10,000, depending on how hard you go and what their airdrop ends up looking like. But a lot of these have a point system that are very heavily incentivized. So the first one is Felix. So it's use felix.xyz. And the strategy here is to borrow. Let me go. I forgot I'm American. But the strategy here is to borrow their USD stable coins. And by doing so, you'll earn a multiplier on your dollars for the amount that you borrow. And then you can take what you borrowed here and loop it into Kitten Swap. Let me pull that site up now, which is a meta dex on the Hyper EVM. So hopefully this one's not locked as well. Okay, I'm able to use this one. So then you can loop the stable coins that you just borrowed into this specific pool, because this is 30x points rewards, which, looking through the site, is the largest multiplier that you can get. So you can, get the most points possible for Kitten Swap. I did see like stats the other day that a lot of the auxiliary DApps around Hyperliquid that aren't just the perps dex itself are fairly underutilized. People kind of comparing it to like Jito and how that airdrop went, how they just didn't have that many people that were using their liquid staking product, and so the people that were ended up getting a fairly sizable airdrop, just because obviously Solana is a big chain, and people were interested in it. So I was able to have a large market cap. But that's my alpha, is to go to Felix Protocol, borrow the USDT 0, and then go ahead and loop that into this pool. And then you'll be able to earn, it already has 249% APR as well. So you're getting like a pretty good return on your investment, while also earning points that help you farm towards whatever airdrop they might have in store. So that could be a quick way to both make some profit off of like different interest, and to farm out both of the two protocols. I realize I also did not share tab, but this is the Kitten Swap Finance. This is the pool hype / USDT 0, 30x points, 249% APR. Pretty good play if you're looking to kind of farm the Hyper EVM and get some rewards from that. But yeah, I think that's all I have on the Solana and Hyperliquid alpha for the moment, and as well as crypto news. So I don't know if you got anything else, Nasta.
Um, I don't think like on Hyperliquid liquid, I'm just landing on Hyperland, I think. But that's basically all I'm doing. Like I'm also on Hyperliquid, like staking USDC and staking I directly on the protocol, but I haven't been really actively farming Hyperliquid yet.
Yeah, and I think so. Honestly, like I'm not the first one to discover this loop, and obviously, whenever a protocol explicitly says that there's points or whatever, like they're just kind of asking and pretty much want to be farmed. So you're going to get a lot of people kind of doing that. I mean, you can see the asymmetrical um, 935. I guess that's actually probably pretty even given that the price of Hyperliquid. Um, but I don't think I think a lot of people are probably pursuing that one. Especially, it seems like it's one of the larger, if not the largest, pool they have in terms of TVL. But one kind of dark horse, what you could possibly farm that I don't think people are farming at the moment is stake type. So this is like the premier liquid staking token on Hyperliquid EVM. So it has 344 mil in TVL. Obviously, the Hyperliquid APR or APY for stake type is only about 2.1%, which is definitely a lot smaller than most chains out there. But it's one of those things that if you believe in the Hyperliquid token, it's kind of a no-brainer to use and get stake type, especially since stake type is plugged into a lot of the DeFi on the Hyper EVMs. So anywhere you can use, Hype as collateral for your trading, you could also use ST Hype, and that has the added benefit of just appreciating over time, and you get like an asset that maybe hype itself goes down 2% in the over the year, but over the course of that year, you'll also be earning the 2% right back from the ST hype rewards from staking. And just because this one does not have any sort of token aligned with it or anything like at least announced, it definitely seems like it's something kind of similar to how Jito Soul was when they released Jito. This could be like a dark horse that nobody is farming, and so has like much more opportunity to potentially make some decent gains on any sort of farmed airdrop. And my suggestion would just be, stake the hype and then use it around the different DeFi protocols, and then you can kind of double up, and you can farm whatever other protocols you'd like, but also at the same time be getting like whatever credit they would give you for using ST Hype. So that's my few shills for Hyperliquid on people that are interested in getting that farmed. But yeah, that's all I got. Bit of a shorter one today because we're missing two of our other co-panelists that honestly do
Yeah,
a significant amount of the analysis and big brain talking. Um, yeah.
since we started our stream, COP has been up a bit, I think.
Oh, nice,
So
nice.
yeah, it has been up like 70% in the last hour. It's funny sending.
Damn, that's why they got to follow. They got to follow the calls as they see them. Really get in on it and on the ground floor. This is where the alpha happens. This is where the money can be made. Don't even need to think sometimes. But yeah, good call, Nasta.
Yeah, it was a great one. I wouldn't sleep on Avalanche trenches, at least for the next few days. We have plenty of opportunities coming. Emily was one for today. Who knows what's going to be the next one? Maybe COP, maybe another one. We'll see on next stream.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up here, guys. Appreciate all you guys that came out to another Trenches with Joe, getting that market analysis and state of the different Avalanche and Solana trenches. Today, also a mix of some crypto news. So thanks y'all for coming. We'll see you next time on Monday.